Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm so excited to be here today, and I want to thank you for being willing to learn with money. So, today I'm talking about discipline and why it is one of the elements that you need in your life in order to succeed. So, before I proceed, I want to ask you to do me a favor. If this is your first time and this video gives value to your life, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. All right, so why do I say that discipline is the very paramount element you need to put into your life if you really want to achieve your goals? It is very important because discipline is actually the fuel for success. You might not know this so far, but I'm going to go into details. But I want to tell you, if anything will just help and will be there, discipline is the most important thing that you need in your life. So you guys, I've been a street child. So I understand how to live on the streets. And I was lucky. I left the street life and decided to become a new version of myself. And how did I do that? It was in a time when I knew exactly that life was not going to take me anywhere. When I saw the situation, being young and living on the street in that kind of life where there is no hope for the future, I had to be a different person in order to pursue my goals, in order to go back to school and continue my education. But discipline was the only one thing that I had when I started my new journey after the street life. I started understanding that everything was going to be very complex and difficult, so I had to make sure that I keep my discipline. I was not a good student at all. I was not the best. I couldn't even have good clothes. I looked shabby, but I had my discipline ready. So I knew I was going to face a lot. I knew my education journey was very difficult. In a way that because I had spent some time on the streets and the system was new, and of course, some of my classmates were way better than what I could do. So I knew I had to do extra in order to become a good student, in order to know how to read and understand English. I remember taking more than 5 books, and yet I would be expected to even have one book. But I knew exactly other children are at some level, so I needed to catch up. I needed to do more than 200% of what everyone was doing because I knew already if I could do 100%, I would remain average. So in order for me to improve, I had to make sure I read more than what everyone was reading. I do more practices than more than what anyone was doing. And that gave me the sense of where I could be. That turned out to make me a good student. But how did it work? It's only because I had discipline. I remember making sure that I wake up at 4 a.m. almost every day, if not even before. And then I would go sit outside, like on the veranda, just to sit and read. Everyone would be waking up around 6 a.m. when I had already finished 2 hours into the work. I continued doing the same thing even when I was in college. I remember one day actually I slept in the library at college. Some of you guys, my friends, you know that I was like one of the most hardworking students in college. Why did I do that? It's because I knew everyone had some level that they have started on, and yet I was always starting from zero. So I had to do a lot more. And again, I knew I didn't have enough time. So I would make sure I take as much time as I could to be productive. That supported me a lot. and made me the person that I am today. When I started this organization, I didn't start like being full time on that. I started doing that as my after work, other work, and I experience. That was my weekend work before I became full time. So this sprint has given me the chance to know that sometimes you don't have to like something in order to do it. If it is the right thing, just keep the discipline. Do it anyways. Do it anyways. As long as it is what is on the plan. And that is the most important part when it comes to discipline. Discipline will always help you to stay focused, stay productive, and also make you always have the energy to do the work. Most of the time, we don't wake up really feeling motivated. That's layer. There's a time when you wake up, you'll be like, wow, I'm ready for today, and I cannot wait for what I'm going to do. And then you go with a lot of energy. But there is a time again when you wake up, you'll be like, what? Why did I have to live on this day? Why do I have to work every day? You'll be like, you cannot even do anything. But when you have discipline, you don't even think about, you don't even bargain with your inner self about taking the action. By default, you just take the action because you are disciplined. So, my dear friend, let's learn how to put discipline in every activity, in every goal that we want to achieve. Let's put discipline as one of the most important elements that we can keep using in order to achieve our dreams. I want to let you know that sometimes you will wake up and you feel like the world is turning against you. But make sure you keep the discipline. One time you're going to wake up and you feel like you don't like anything happening around you, the situation is not good. Maybe you have lost somebody in your family. God forbid. I don't wish anyone to have that experience. However much it will happen anyways. There's a time maybe you are fired and you feel like you don't need this. But I want to tell you, that's something that makes you different. If you can keep the discipline level, that is when you start highly performing. Because there is a time when anyone is quitting and you don't have that. There's a time when anyone is feeling like, I have no energy to do anything. And because you are disciplined, you don't even think about why you have to do it. You do it anyways. That will save you a lot. So, my dear friend, I want to thank you so much. If you are watching at this minute, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I wish you the best, and let's meet in the next lesson. Love you guys. Let's keep going. All right.